Hey, Dustin, how are you?
I am excellent. It's great to be speaking with you.
It's great to be speaking with you.
Well, I know AMC's The Walking Dead is back here for a new season, season 9. You're playing Luke on the season. First of all, can you tell the listeners a bit about your character, for the few listeners out there maybe who haven't seen the show?
Great. I played Luke. I'm a fan of Dan Fogler. I'm a fan of the comic books, so he is a character that exists in the comics. He's with Magma's group. It's a new group that's coming in that has been surviving on their own, and now they're like coming into the fold of the regular survivors that we're familiar with. As some people are siphoning out, we're siphoning in. And my character is a music teacher, and he basically says that they say when they put them on a kind of a trial when they first got there to see what kind of people they were, and they ask everybody in the group what they were, and before the walkers came, and then what they are now, and Luke says he was a music teacher and he's still a music teacher, and I think that's a really kind of a special thing because this is how he is able to maintain his sanity in this apocalyptic time. He collects musical instruments that he finds, and even though it could get him killed, he has this hope that one day he's going to be able to start a band again and teach music again to students and get back to how things were. He has that hope, and so that hope is very infectious, and that's why they keep Luke around. I think he's like a likable guy.
Well, it's incredible.
You like that? That was good, man. You like that?
That was good. Yeah, I know. It's incredible the longevity and the popularity of The Walking Dead, and I wanted to ask you, as being part of the show, do you just kind of go day by day with it? Because I kind of get the impression from some of the other actors we've spoken with, you never know when the last episode might be your last.
Exactly. Yeah. And which is kind of useful, for that's like life. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. So put your all into every single moment, in the moment. And, yeah, man. And I read the comic books, so I know that I know what the path is of my character already. And it's, there's a lot of grisly stuff that happens. So I'm just I'm just ready for the axe to fall at any moment myself.
Well, it's a great you were able to wind up on the show, and I got to say I love you on the Goldbergs. That's definitely like the exact opposite kind of role, but you do well in both of them.
Thanks, man. Yeah, they're like on total different ends of the spectrum. Goldbergs is like high intensity, fast, a lot of yelling lines at people, like a lot of doing crazy like. I love that stuff. That's very theatrical to me, and is reminiscent of a lot of early sitcom shows that I grew up on. I really love that show, and of course working with Jeff Garland is just a blast. And so yeah, man, I try to. Try to show a full spectrum of ability at all times, so people can, if people find me, through the Goldbergs, great. If they find me through Fantastic Beasts, great. If they find me through Walking Dead, awesome. You really gotta, or I found that I really gotta just put myself out there, and it seems to be working.
Definitely. And again, The Walking Dead back for season 9, and I know we're in the thick of the Goldbergs new season as well. I know you usually show up in the Thanksgiving episodes, but do you think we'll maybe see you in any episodes coming up here?
Yeah, they bring me in for the holidays. Yeah, I make every once in a while. Like I think a couple seasons back, I had a bunch of episodes. I was on a lot, but my, it's all about scheduling, and my schedule is a little busy. But I'm sure I'll get on there for the holiday season this year as well. It's just it's a tradition at this point.
Well, yeah, of course. So you got a lot of stuff going on, and I know you're writing and directing stuff. I mean, you're really doing a little of everything out there.
Yeah, man. I got a podcast called the Dan Fogler 4D Experience Podcast, and that's really fun. I have do interviews and talk about movies and stuff, and I write comic books. I got my Moon Lake omnibus is out. From Chapter House Comics, and that's my tribute to Twilight Zone. And I got another comic book called Brooklyn Gladiator that's coming out. That's like a dystopian sci-fi adventure. Yeah, I got a play I wrote called Little Exodus that may see the light of day at some point. I'm staying busy, man. Staying busy.
Yeah, it almost sounds like maybe you wouldn't mind being killed off on The Walking Dead so you can get a bit of a break.
You get a little vacation. I love it too much, man. I love it.
Again, I'm a huge fan, and I'm glad to see things are working out for you so well, and I hope to speak with you again sometime.
Thanks, pal.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.